electrify my body, and you're making me feel like I'm so electric. Everything you do is making me blow, blow, blow. Don't know what to do about it, can't seem now to live without it. All I wanna do is just no, no, no. You suffocate my mind and now my atmosphere is crowded, and you being here is making me blow, blow, blow. You penetrate my space and now I'm looking out of place, and you're making it hard.
What's up guys, Jake here from Hookah bringing you a video review of the Fumo jar hookah. So, the Fumo, I have really been wanting to get my hands on one of these for me personally ever since I saw it first time at one of the shows. It just really caught my eye. I just really wanted to test it out. So first off, many thanks to Fumo Designs for sending this jar out for review. They really wanted to get our take on it and share it with you guys as well as with them. So, Fumo jar. So what do we know about this? It's basically almost an all glass hookah. It is laboratory grade glass. All the steel fittings on there are all surgical steel, so it's very high quality as advertised. And now when you actually get it, it feels as high quality as they advertise. So, first off, the packaging was exceptional in this. I'm going to scroll through some of these pictures so you guys can see. You get it in 3 different boxes, basically. This one you get in 3 different boxes. Very superior packaging in my opinion. You can see everything that's wrapped up very nicely. You get a hose with it. You get pretty much every single glass piece, like the plugs and all that, in separate bags. You even get a nice cleaning kit with a sponge brush, because this glass is very careful. You have to be very careful. And you also get, of course, the bowl fittings and the jar. So 3-piece box, everything, like I said, packaging exceptional. All the material in there, it just, I don't know, it just feels really expensive, well, I guess, because it is on a little higher price point of a hookah. So diving right into this, it's a little bit different just because of the way that the Fumos are designed, but you get a bowl that's basically built into the downstem, as pictured here. So you get, it's basically a vortex bowl, a little bit of a different bell shape and a different design than an actual vortex bowl, but the concept is exactly the same. Basically the stem fits inside the bowl. It's actually pretty interesting. I would have never thought about that. But done very nicely. I was actually glad that it was a vortex bowl because the vortex bowl is something that I use quite often. Yeah, so packing method is the same as a vortex. It takes very little tobacco, so it's maybe 10-15 grams actually if you load it in there properly. Now the one thing that I do want to mention that it does come with a screen. Now I really personally dislike screens, so I was very skeptical as to how this one was going to work. But yeah, screen as well as a wind cover. Very nifty looking little side wind cover so your clothes don't get knocked off. Surprisingly, the screen isn't really bothering me all too much, although I do prefer to use this with foil, but then I run into an issue. As you can see, if you haven't guessed already, without the screen and the wind cover, there is no cold tray. So I would definitely recommend using it with this. You're going to want to try to use it with this setup because your clothes are just going to get knocked off. I did actually finagle a KM tray to go on top of it when I was using it without the wind cover and the screen, and it worked just fine. It was a little off balance, but I mean it worked. So I'm just going to cut to one picture because it was very traumatic. I mean, the first day I got this, I was so excited to try it and packaged everything out. There's a glass tip, as you can see. They were very kind and replaced it for me, but the glass tip did not agree with my tile floor. It was bad. It turned into a prison shank. So I can't really ding them on that because I mean it is a glass hookah. I mean I just wasn't as careful. But note to everybody, you want to be careful with this kind of thing. So yeah, this is the glass tip. So as this package is right here, well minus the purge, and I'll touch on that in a bit, is $270. So this package that you're seeing is $270 minus the purge. It comes with these glass plugs. These are the plugs that plug in the holes. There's 3 holes, so it is adaptable to 3 hoses if you want to buy extra hoses. And coincidentally, the fancy hose works just fine in it. So I've been smoking for about 25 minutes out of this. I'm smoking Starbucks Simply Mango. I'll show you the clouds. you can see cloud output is very good. Now what I do want to notate on there, the pull, the draw on this, I mean I figured because there was so much surface area for the smoke to have to build up, I mean you do have to get it puffing a few times in the beginning, but the draw on this is amazing. This is like, it's just like breathing air. I mean it's like as if there were nothing restricted. Because they basically took the concept of fancy hose, made it super nice, and added a glass tip or a metal tip onto it, and the draw is just tremendous on it. The glass downstem actually has a built-in diffuser, or not a built-in, but there's diffuser holes built into it. So, I mean, it does diffuse the smoke a little, quiets it down, makes it smooth, but let me tell you, the draw on this is tremendous. Just completely effortless. So, the glass tip, I'm not personally a fan of this, but this is what comes with it. Now, they did also send me what I like a little bit more, and this is the surgical steel tip with the hose port there. And this one, I don't know, it's so heavy and it just feels really nice in my hands. And this one is definitely my preferred one. No bearing on I mean, the draw is exactly the same, but I just really like the look of this tip. Surgical tip, got the nice Fumo logo on here, as they do on everything. Just really nice. I really like this one. Also, what I wanted to mention, because they have really simplistic designs. I mean, it's all glass. You can't really, go overboard on it. But there's actually a fill line as well. So that's really a cool feature. There's a fill line in there to tell you exactly where everything's supposed to go. All right. So now, on to my concerns, I guess, with this. It didn't come with a purge to begin with. That was very inconvenient for me, and as you guys know, I have this habit of purging before every puff of smoke that I take. So not having a purge on there for me, not so good. But even with this purge adapter, so this is an extra $26. Comes with a little glass bead inside. Everything's very nice. Everything that they make is very nice, but you do have to pay extra for it, so it doesn't come with it. Basically, as you see, this package right here with the surgical hose is going to be about $305. No purge. You do have to purchase the purge extra, but the purge doesn't work as well as you'd like. I mean, you're not going to expect to purge this entire chamber out because it's a lot of smoke. Like I said, a lot of surface area. Maybe if you actually had 2 purges on there, but at that time you're spending $52 on purges alone, it would work, as it should. But if I purge too strong, you actually see the water shoot up into the stem a little bit, and that's not good. So you can see there, you can play up the purge. I mean, it works just the way it should be, but the purge loses a little bit of points there. Out of this small of a bowl, I, believe it or not, get a full session, hour 15-minute session. Basically, when my coals are fried, the bowl's fried, and I would definitely see this being a very good hookah for the one that just likes to smoke on occasion almost, because of how much shisha it saves. Almost, I don't want to say like a trendy smoker, but it's just a really nice centerpiece. I mean, this is a gorgeous looking hookah. I would say definitely one of my favorite looking hookahs, even though it's completely non-traditional, non-conventional. I love the look of these. Just, that's me personally. I love the look of the F4s from Fumo as well. They also have like a tripod looking thing, like kind of like from War of the Worlds. But all their designs, every single thing that they do in their design is very nice. Other than the slight functionality features, I mean, it's really hard to dislike this hookah. The only thing that I am nervous about is because it's glass, and not that I break a lot of my glass vases or anything, but like as far as like the hose tips and the bowl and like little pieces, I always feel like I'm going to break something. So I mean, if you're a very careful person, and obviously if you spend this much money on one, you're going to take very good care of it. But just keep that in mind that it is all glass. It is very strong glass, but tile floor, glass, tile floor is almost always going to win. So, overall hookahrev.com rating, I would give this as is, as purchased, so like $270 without the upgrades and whatnot, because I mean that's how I'm going to rate it. I'm going to give it a 80 out of 100, and if you add the purge as well as the surgical steel hose, I would actually give this one an 88 out of 100. So, just a little bit of extra, and I would have liked to get more for the purge, but the purge just doesn't work as well as I'm used to. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a brief overview. Didn't want to keep this one too long, but there are other glass hookahs out there. One a little bit more expensive, a lot more expensive brand. Smoked out of that one as well. Not impressed considering the price point. So I mean, a lot of these guys are marketing like these glass hookahs to be like you're never going to smoke anything else. I really just didn't see that with the more expensive brand. But with the Fumo, it's not going to replace my rig, but I mean, it's really a crowd pleaser when I bring it out and I got people coming in. I mean, it's just something that they really like to smoke. So if you want to add something very nice to your collection, a Fumo is a very great, good buy. Another one I would like is like the tank. The tank looks really cool. And then the F4, for some reason I've really got my eyes on that F4, I just like the look of it. But yeah, again, thank you to Fumo Designs. You can actually purchase Fumo hookahs from their website, which is www.fumodesigns.com. They have their shopping cart up there. No coupon code or anything yet for Hookah Rev. I'm not even sure if they're willing to do that. But if you want to buy these, and if you are used to the tradition of getting a good old Hookah Rev discount wherever you shop, then post in the comments below. Maybe we can get enough attention on this. So, this was Jake, hookahrev.com. For more reviews, tutorials, whatever else that you can't find in the videos, go to the website, www.hookahrev.com. Till next time, we'll see you guys later.